So, again, welcome to Paco in the house. We are going to talk about a nice topic. Tulad nga ng sinabi natin, what to expect when dating a single dad. Of course, this topic is brought to you by Cerritos Mitsubishi, O Skincare, and Heaven Media Group. Thank you very much for your all-out support. May show man o wala yung support nyo, dire-diretso. And our commitment is to get the show up and running and onwards. You will be informed. And ang goal namin dito sa Paco in the House, me and my staff, our goal is to make sure that you guys are equipped with some daily knowledge na ako at kayo may mapupulot at may matututunan. So, simulan na natin. Parang pilit. Parang pilit yung mga tagapalakpak ko eh. Okay lang, pagtsatsagaan ko kayo. Hindi kayo ha, hindi kayo. Yung mga aking in-studio clappers. Kasi sabi, kailangan ba talaga? Kailangan ba talaga? Obligado ba yun? Alright. Also, if you're in LA, our local sponsor for 1 week is Boba Time. Thank you very much, Boba Time, for helping us out on the show. Yun nga lang, di sila nagde-deliver ng boba. If you're in Glendale, Barrio Fiesta of Glendale, ayan. Yan ang ating sponsor also. Mamaya na mag-sponsor. Let's go to the topic na dahil baka mamaya mainip ang ating housemates. Sinasabi ko palagi na I actually consider myself a multitasker. All right? I mean, I'll base this on personal experience. Hindi ako nagpapadala sa stress even in a very very stressful environment. Sometimes you lose it, but at times you try to keep it and hold it together. Okay? And in my years of existence, I've had my share of what works and what doesn't work. I've had my share of failure and a little bit of success. Unfortunately, being a dad is something that is unique. Okay, being a dad with a wife is more unique. Being a single dad, that's something else, di ba? Like in my case, me and my eldest son, Heaven, we live together. And I've learned a lot of things from him. He's helped me navigate the whole part of being a dad. All right? Now, isama na natin dito, aside from being a dad, you might be an employer, so you're dealing with employees. You might be an employee, so you're dealing with your clients and your employer. You might be something to someone else. So you're really doing a lot of things at one given time. And hindi biro yun. Alright? The one thing na nagpapakomplika rito, if you're a girl trying to prospect a single dad, you have to keep all these things in mind. When you look at this person, let's say kahit ba sabihin mong hot na hot tong lalaking to for you as a girl, if he's a single dad, there are more than 1,000 things running through his mind. Alright? And what I'm trying to do today is trying to communicate it with you guys para you guys know what, as women, as single ladies, you guys know what you are getting yourselves into. Okay? Ganon. Sabi ko nga, dito sa Amerika na lang, no, na-realize ko, there are a lot of single dads. Akala natin maraming single moms, pero marami ring single dads. Ang taas ng divorce rate, depending on who you ask. Basta marami. Sometimes, nasa edad eh. Like 25 years old, 20% chance of him being a single dad. 40 years old, 40% chance of him being a single dad. I mean, it happens that way. And again, I'm talking to you women representing some single dads out there. We'll see what works and what doesn't work. Okay? What am I going to say? Okay. Being mga ano natin, mga keynotes muna or talk points. Being a single father doesn't mean good single father. And for every good single father, meron din tinatawag na bad single father. Alright? Hindi natin alam. Hindi nyo alam as women kung sino yung okay na single dad, kung sino yung bad trip na single dad. May ganyan. And sometimes, you really just have to get to the bottom of what's going on in order to find out if the person is a good single dad or not a good single dad. Okay? Me, personally, I will tell you right now, I haven't really been the best dad. Like, I have 3 children, and if I'm focused on one, I'm missing out on the other 2. If I'm focused on one, I'm missing out on the other 2. And so, like, me as a single dad, I try my best to make sure I'm around all 3 children. Ganyan. Pero that's another story. Di ba? Now, of course, ganito lang yan eh. Sinasabi nila, does being a single dad equate to being... Oh, if you're a bad husband, are you a bad father? Personally, I think it's different. Being a bad husband is different from being a father. You can be a good father, bad husband, pero hindi yan ang pag-uusapan natin. Pag-uusapan natin dito, kayo, dating, or kayo, as women, what are your expectations when dating a single dad? Okay? Now, sinasabi ko, kanina pa, at sasabihin ko ulit, when you're dating a single father, you have a lot of obstacles as a woman. A lot. Ang masama rito, unfortunately, you will never know what your obstacles are. Okay? May mga predictable obstacles at may mga obstacles na, oh my God, saan ang galing yun? It can frustrate you if you don't know what to expect. It can turn you off if you don't know what to expect. And it can break you and make you quit the relationship if you don't know what to expect. Sometimes, based on my observation, I noticed that single women dating single dads and vice versa have certain issues and problems. However, I've had a front seat to an exception to the rule when Casey Montero dated Geneva Cruz, and when they got married, I mean, no complaint, Casey is one of the best single men that dated a single mom. They got married. I mean, you guys know the story, and my son Heaven is just all praises to his other dad, Casey Montero. Maraming ganyan. Marami ako nakikitang story na single man, married, hindi pala, single man, hindi pa, papapalakpak na agad yun. Single man, single mom, nagkita, and they lived happily ever after. Maraming ganon. Other way around, we have to talk about that. Okay? I have to set the expectation with you guys. Now, the baggage that a single dad carries is so huge. Malaki po. Okay? Again, tandaan nyo to. The baggage that a single dad carries is so heavy and so huge. Tandaan nyo po yan. If you're a single woman dating a single dad, yung excess baggage na bit ng lalaki niyan, sobrang bigat. Okay? May tension dyan. If you're not a lady open to the thought of his life and lifestyle, kakaroon kayo ng tension. Now, 2 things. Okay? 2 things about what dating a single dad is probably like and what dating a single dad should be like are not the same. Yung 2 things na yun. Minsan, yung perception mo would be a lot different from the reality of it. But then these are some things that you have to deal with. So i-identify natin kung ano ang mga dapat mong i-expect. These are the hard truth. And I hope you guys are ready for this. So we're going to bring it on. Okay. Game. Number 1. Speaking of number 1, you will not, don't expect pala, because you won't be number 1 always. Okay? Prepare yourself to play second chair, second fiddle. Often than not, ito ang role mo, girl. You will play second fiddle sa buhay ng lalaking to. His children were first when you were not there. And there will be certainly times when they will take precedence over you. Okay? You might have a date night, pero may importanteng kailangan gawin with his kids. Guess what? Scrap date night, kids come first. Okay? At first, you might tolerate this, but it might become nerve-wracking for you. You might say, ano ba, single ako? Why, ba't ko pinagtsatsagaan tong lalaking to and all that stuff? Don't jump to conclusions yet. If he is thinking long-term, he knows that his kids will grow up and eventually move out. And so, ang ginagawa lang niya, pinapauna lang niya for the kids. And then, if it's a long-term relationship, guess what? At the end of the day, it's you and your man happily ever after. That's how it is. All right? But write it down. You won't always be number 1. Tandaan mo na yun. And get over that. Because ganun talaga yan. Okay? Sorry. Pero that's how it is. Wala akong kinalaman sa mga batang sumigaw na yun, ha? Hindi ko alam may mga bata sa audience. Pero, okay. Number 2. Second expectation you should have. Be prepared to listen. Be prepared to listen. Okay? Throw in anger, minsan galit siya, minsan may resentment siya, minsan may guilt, minsan meron siyang self-pity. Kumbaga lahat ng emotions na nakikita mo sa isang babaeng kaibigan mo, makikita mo dito sa single dad na to, all of a sudden sa'yo niya binubuhas. Again, tulad ng sinabi ko, maraming bagahe. This man has a lot of baggage. Okay, so you have to be prepared to listen. Sometimes he'll tell you about his rants. Sometimes he'll tell you about how guilty he feels for what happened. Ganyan. Sometimes he'll tell you about the resentment he has toward the situation. Or, di ba yung gano'n? Parang Dr. Phil yung dating. Ikaw si Dr. Phil dito sa ang hirap, di ba? Kumbaga parang you have to be there. Remember, he has to deal with the excess or the ex, depending on kung ilan ang meron niya, di ba? Yun yung para ako nadulas doon. But the point of the matter is, you have to be by his side to listen. You have to know this, okay? You have to be prepared to listen. Wala naman siyang ibang sasabihan kundi ikaw eh. So listen. Did I say that more than enough? You have to be prepared to listen. Okay? Ganun. Number 3. There will be lean times ahead. Hindi ito yung tipong lean on me. Ito yung mga tipong, Han, hindi tayo pwede mag-cruise dahil wala akong pera. Han, magpakulo ka ng talbos ng kamote at bagoong dahil wala tayong pamalengke. Why? Child support, alimony. Of course, this single dad has financial obligations to his ex, to his children, and they come first bago mo palang matikman yung para sa'yo. So, expect lean times ahead. That's the way it is. Okay? Paano ba natin sasabihin to? Kumbaga, it's part of the territory, I guess is a way of putting it. And, kumbaga, huwag ka maiinggit sa mga kaibigan mong dink. Alam mo yung dink, dual income, no kids. Diba? May mga mag-asawang ganun eh. Dalawa silang nagtatrabaho, yung isa doktor, yung isa pharmacist, making over $300,000-$400,000 a year, no kids, all these luxury in life. And then ikaw, dating a single dad na may wage garnishment for child support, na may alimonying binabayaran, na swerte na kayo pag nauwihan ka niya ng boba o ng pearl or ng zago or whatever. Ganon. Okay? So, come Memorial Day weekend, which is just around the corner, if your single dad boyfriend or single dad partner cannot take you out of town, don't be too hard on him. Huh? Lean times ahead. That's the third expectation, ladies. Lean times ahead. Okay. Next. Number 4. You have to expect this. You have to expect to think long term. Tanda mo to. If you're dating a single dad, whether you're single, whether you're a single lady, or whatever, if you're dating a single dad, by default, you're a stepmom. Alright? It's as simple as that. By default, you are a stepmommy. So, tanda mo yan. Don't let that freak you out. Kasi hindi ikaw ang mommy, pero ikaw ang stepmommy. In other words, this man respects you and trusts you enough to introduce you to his child or his children. So technically, you're the stepmom. And guess what? If he's brought you in his child or children's lives, they will look up to you as a role model. Okay? Even if you don't have biological kids, I'm sorry, girl, but now you have to play the role of mom when the children are with boyfriend / their dad. Okay? Ganun lang kasimple. Whether they know it or not, you have to assume the position of mom. Sisitahin na naman ako ni Jonathan De La Paz pag ako na nagsasalita at sinabi ko na assume the position. Iba na naman daw ang dating. Okay. Number 1, dun sa fourth expectation, ano yung mga long-term thinking na kailangan mong gawin, di ba? You have to pay attention to the domino effect of parenting. What you say, what he says, what both of you do in front of the kids, may chain reaction yon. What you say or do or how you treat the kids, guess what? When they go back to biological mom, may feedback yan. So be careful. Know your place, know your role, assume it, and do it well. Think long term. Ganun lang kasimple. Well, hindi pala simple, pero ganun lang ang formula rin. Okay? Ganun lang. Okay. Tandaan nyo, what you do today will come back around later. Especially pag may mga anak na kayo. So pag kinurot-kurot nyo o pinitik-pitik nyo yung tenga ng mga anak ng boyfriend nyo, pag ikaw nagkaroon ka ng anak, guess what? Yung mga anak nun, yung mga half-brothers, half-sisters, sila naman pipitik-pitik, pipingot-pingot ng mga tenga ng mga anak mo. What goes around comes around. Kaya easy-easy lang. Okay? Parenting is so much often about the bigger impact of tomorrow. Ganon. You have to be mindful about what you say and what you do. Kasi you're helping your partner or your single dad partner prepare his children for their future and for your future. That's how long term you have to think, okay? And don't do anything stupid, girl. Remember, kids cannot keep secrets, okay? So when they start saying the F words in school and the teacher goes, where'd you learn that F word? Oh, from my stepmom. Yari ka ngayon. Huli ka! You don't want that happening because they will throw you under the bus and there is nothing you can do when they throw you under the bus. I'd like to say hi to a good friend of mine, and nagpakilala siya sa chat room. Luis is in the house. He's my good friend. Thank you so much for your all-out support, Luis. Okay, fine. Number 5. Last expectation you should have when you are dating a single dad. Drama is always present. Again, drama is always present. Okay? Ganun lang kasimple yun. Imposibleng walang drama dahil kung may single dad, may single mom. Okay, again, kung may single dad, may single mom. Kasi may naghiwalay. Diba? Unless namatayan ng asawa yung boyfriend mo, kaya naging single dad siya, more often than not, nag-divorce yun. So kung may single dad, may single mom. And some of the craziest women and some of the craziest men have all been part of a divorce process. Okay? Now, depende kung ano yung demeanor ng ex ni boyfriend mo. But women are more emotional when it comes to their children. Which means if you try to play the role of what biological mom is, biological mom might feel threatened, and you are going to get, lahat ng mga talkies sa'yo pupunta. I mean, not all drama is such a bad thing, but if you can make it in such a way na maging kasundo mo yung ex-wife, I mean, you're in for a I think you're in for better days pag magawa mong ganon, di ba? So, ang dami niyan ang daming pwedeng gawin. But again, i-recap natin kung ano yung mga do's and don'ts. Number 1, you won't always be number 1. Number 2, you have to be prepared to listen to your man. Number 3, there will be lean times ahead. So, magsanay ka na maghigpit ng sinturon mo. If you think you're gonna get that 2-carat engagement ring, guess what? Think again. Dahil ipahanda na lang niya pang college education ng anak niya and all that stuff. Number 4, think long term. Especially if your man introduces you to his kids. I mean, level up ka na nun, girl. Kaya, be ready! Number 5, there will be drama. Of course, you and the ex can actually, do your shopping together and be friends and forget the drama. Pero until then, it will be there. So expect that. Now, I believe a relationship with quality divorced fathers, again, may bias ako dahil lalaki rin ako, can be the most fulfilling of any. Okay? Kasi alam namin yung mga responsibilities namin. I mean, wala na kaming kailangan itago and all that. Wala kami may pagyayabang kundi mga anak namin. Di ba? Fortunately, may mga ibang single dads na wala pa dun sa level na yun. And sasabihin ko, like ako, feeling din ng mga iba, hanggang ngayon nagbubuhay binata ako. And only time will tell. Thank God I have my son Heaven to keep me in check and all that. But if you're a single woman and you're dating a single dad, yung mga binanggit ko na expectations, yun lang muna ang sundan nyo. Yun lang muna. I'm sure marami pang iba, but yung 5 key points na yon, just put them to heart. And you should be good for now. So before we go, Thank you. Before we go, papakilala ko kayo sa isang single dad na kaibigan ko. Meron siyang itatanong sa inyo.
Kotse bang hanap nyo? Oo! Dito sa Cerritos Mitsubishi, we have a wide selection of new and used cars.
Panalo sa presyo. Panalo sa serbisyo.
Kabayan, tutulungan kita makuha ang dream car mo. Ano man ang credit situation nyo, matutulungan namin kayo with our Kabayan Special Financing Option.
Tawag na mo. Para sa dream car na hanap nyo.
Punta na kayo dito sa Cerritos Mitsubishi.
Or sa iba pa namin locations.
All right. Thank you guys. Of course, our sponsor, Cerritos Mitsubishi. If you want to buy a new or used car and you are in Los Angeles or in Southern California, call the Kabayan hotline, 866-414-4787. Again, that's 866-414-4787. Our other sponsors, O Skincare, Eagle Rock, and Cerritos. Thank you, Olivia Kido. Barrio Fiesta of Glendale, sponsor din namin yan. Heaven Media Group. Again, if you live in Toronto or in Edmonton, in Canada, we will be there beginning June 28 up to July 1st. I will be posting the dates on my Facebook. You can also like my Facebook page, facebook.com/The Real Paco Arespacochaga. Again, facebook.com/The Real Paco Arespacochaga. Or you can follow me on Instagram. Ang pangalan ko ron is my last name, Arespacochaga. Yun lang, ita-type nyo. Okay na yan? If you guys like this episode, I would appreciate it if you could put this on your Facebook page or share it with everybody. Spread the word, PacoInTheHouse.com. Again, I am your host, Paco Arespacochaga. You have been watching us. This is episode 347. Thank you very much to all my housemates that are currently present and joining me on the show. Luis, maraming salamat for making yourself known and all that. Hanggang sa muli, ako si Paco Arespacochaga and you are watching Paco in the House. Thank you.